Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for joining me here in the wizarding world for some more Hogwarts Legacy. All right, so as you can see, Sam's attire has changed a bit. I did some side questing off camera, mostly just because I wanted to explore the greenhouses before we started Herbology class, but today is the day. Today is the day that we make our way finally to some Herbology. This is easily the most underrated class, in my opinion. I loved all the Herbology classes in the books, and I'm so excited. I was so stoked to see that we were able to get a kind of a fitting rope here, so we're gonna definitely take this into class. I don't care if I come off as a suck up to the Herbology teacher because, well, this is Sam's, Mr. Sprout's biggest ambition is to become one of the best botanists and potion makers in history. So, okay, I thought I already hit that button. For sure. Oh, was that the professor?
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Aw, she's sweet. I like her.
Ah, hello.
Hello.
Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Aw. Hey, what up,
We do
Seabass?
look forward to growing together.
She's a fan of puns,
How
too.
thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Dude, we're gonna repot him? Hey!
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
All right, here we go. Hold on to your ears. Oh my gosh, yeah, big boy.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil.
Jeez.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
I can appreciate that.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Oof. Professor Garlick.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Are you kidding? This is where I want to be.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Okay.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
Niffler's fancy.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in
Ooh,
the
awesome.
Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
So we're supposed to plant some Dittany. Oh, geez. So, like, literally just 10 endgame minutes? I'll take it. You can add fertilizer to increase its yield.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, cool.
I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that.
Can't wait.
Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Here, dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I don't have the words for it. I'm so stoked. I'm so glad that this was included in the classes. Like, I know that most
Now remember,
people
a wand is
would
not
just
a
want
trowel.
to, like, the defense against the dark arts and charms, and to actually get to go to Herbology and Potions. I'm so pumped.
Hello.
Hey.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead.
Sounds good.
Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me.
Your
Oh, thank
duel
you.
with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well,
Well,
thank you.
yeah.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. And Hufflepuffs too. At least you did.
Thanks.
Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Revelio.
Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Cool.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did
Oh my
save her
gosh,
the
they're so
de-gnoming,
cool.
But they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
No, I'm imagining it already.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Can we recover them? I guess not. I think I might have accidentally intimidated Leander over there. Seriously, when am I gonna get Alohomora?
Protego!
Okay. All right, I'm gonna take 5 seconds here. The greenhouses are stunning. Like, I love the color palette. I love the the soundtrack for where we're at, Professor Garlick, is exactly what you'd expect for herbology teacher, and I really appreciate that you can just like go through and collect plants. Ooh, there's a staircase leading down.
Last time I
All right, no, we should probably get back to class.
Vegetable patch in the greenhouse.
Oh, Dittany leaves, awesome.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
Oh no, what happened?
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
As am I. Plants offer so much.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you.
Too right.
Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pot. Only cost me my
That
damned hearing.
was awesome. That was everything I was. Oh my gosh!
We must first
got about 3
understand
minutes.
it. That goes for
I think we.
plants
Oh
as
no!
well
I mean,
as
we can come back for him.
kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Okay, so with class out of the way, I think.
Your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Sure. Okay. Now that we've been to class, I think the next primary quest that we've got is actually to meet Natty. And this is going to be our first real foray into a larger world at heart. So I can set a waypoint. Oh my gosh, how do I even... It's going to be quite the journey. Should be fun though. Okay. Lower Hogsfield. Excuse me. So I'm trying to think of, so there's going to be potions, there might be care of magical creatures. Like, is there like a flight class like they had for the first years? Is that, I've seen, like, I saw in all the trailers that, like, you can fly around either via broom or hippogriff, or I've even seen some thestrals, and I think that came with my pre-order, so hopefully I'll get a chance to be flying soon. Seems like quite a ways to run. Oh, and I do want to apologize for the white to green pop-ins. It's actually an issue with AMD graphics cards specifically. So I've read that it's going to be patched, but yeah, sorry about that. I think I can actually turn down. Oh, hey, perfect.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Level 11 lock. Jeez, okay.
Revelio.
I think I've read that you can actually turn down like the quality of the textures. If you turn it down to low, then it'll stop the white to green pop in. And I may do that between episodes here.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
You gotta trust somebody there, Sprout.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili-land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
I'm glad to hear it.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
Yeah.
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
So was that the end of the quest for right now?
Your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Somebody being threatened?
Revelio.
All right, we're gonna do this, but there's a side quest we gotta remember right there. Come on, stick to the path here.
They
Oh,
must have
jeez.
come this way. Think! I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Jeez.
Leave her alone.
Stay aside!
I'll have taken your life before you even realize. This is humiliating. Now, this has become personal.
Oh, what do we got?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
So, huh? Oh, we got more. Your collection section of the field guide has been updated with a new enemy type. You may learn valuable insights on enemies, such as their weaknesses to certain spells. Okay, fair enough.
Perhaps some noise.
Go anywhere with
Child, productive. You
Tell Nick to find me himself.
dead body.
You're no match for me.
Incendio. Leviosa.
You've made a great.
Oof.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills.
Actually, that was
Care to
really
tell
terrible.
me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Who's Priya?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley.
Cool.
She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
That's extraordinary.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
That's pretty fascinating, actually.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Oh,
Precisely.
okay,
Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
You kidding? I'd love to.
I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet. Revelio.
Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word!
Whoa!
Did you see that? The vines
Yeah.
disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Oh, okay.
Incendio.
Oh, gotta be closer, I think.
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Merlin's beard! How beautiful!
Pergola?
What a day!
I'm just kidding, it's
hardly
beautiful.
Believe it.
Revelio.
So, is that it? Or is there more to it? Looks like there's a follow-up.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground.
Okay.
You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes.
Revelio.
Trials of Merlin. Hey, leech juice. Different trials. Oh. Okay, I think I saw a side quest over here, yeah. Bulky looking student.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Sure. Grace Pinch Smedley.
Hello. Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
An underwater adventure? Well, I don't know how to breathe underwater, but it sounds fun.
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
What?
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
What's an astrolabe?
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool, essentially a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device.
Yeah,
Sadly,
I'd say so.
I'd imagine it's rusted beyond repair now. Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
And should I know who your family are?
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
Not in the dark, I don't think. Northeast of the dock. So, basically just this way. All right, let's go ahead and pass the time. Okay, I have no idea how swimming works in this game. Let's just go for it. Hey, fishy fish. You're gonna lead me the way? Oh, okay, I'm seeing some, like, bright spots. Maybe those are what we're looking for.
This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is.
Oh, okay, that makes it easier. Celtic glister scarf. Charming house cloak. This is pretty cool, actually. Hey, we found it.
I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe. Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
Yep, here you go.
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me, and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again. And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
Mermaid mask. I don't think I'll ever wear that, but I'm actually just really stoked to be helping out my fellow students. I think I'm actually going to make an adjustment at the end of this episode, because that pop-in, if we're going to be out in the world at large, it's really starting to bother me. the white into green. So yeah, I may just have to turn down the textures.
If I'm not careful.
Prove dangerous. I should probably just fast travel back. I gotta make it to potions. I gotta go to potions. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for it. Okay,
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Oh hey, yeah, I think I follow these guys somewhere. Oh yeah, they're a key. And like, maybe if you guys know, like, drop a comment below. Is there like a rhyme or reason to this? Because like, this is one of the little mini games that I don't really like. I guess I understand it, but I don't see how it's a thing. You basically just have to slap it when it dashes across. And I mean, if that's it, that's it. Like, it's cool, but it just seems kind of a weird one, I guess. All right, so, oh my gosh, here we are. We're going to potions. All right, take a deep breath. I read that the people polled their two favorite professors were actually the professor for, so I guess it was Garlick and then whoever the potions professor is. So I'm really excited to meet him. Hey, what up, Seabass?
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
What's Horklump juice? Come on, Mr. Sprout. Do your house proud. Oh, this is so much fun.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Oh, it's dedication,
My parents
Professor.
considered keeping me
It's
home
hard
from
work
school
and
this
dedication.
year after the rumors
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know, man. Like, normally...
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
This is tough. Yeah, all right.
Very well. I'll bring you a Fwooper feather.
Brilliant! Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Your potion should not be that.
Mongrel fur, huh? What's this? Memorandum, 31st of December, 1875, from the Auror's office. Subject, Borgin and Burks. Borgin and Burks had an increased amount of activity outside of ordinary shop hours, particularly in the wee hours of night, with suspicious deliveries being made to the shop's back entrance. Given what we know about the shop's reputation, we're adding more Aurors to join those that have already been watching the shop. You are amongst the new additions. Further instructions to follow. Is our potions professor also an Auror? Ashwinder eggs. That's pretty cool. Well, I guess if I'm already getting a Fwooper feather for what's-his-face, we might as well rob the professor. In for a penny, I guess.
Revelio.
Remember, precision is key when brewing potions.
All right, just gonna be super casual.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Hey, what up, girl?
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Okay. Oh, so just auto brews for us? No minigame? Are they just gonna make us wait for 30 seconds? Maybe it's just the first time. All right.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Oh no.
Get it!
Dragon's what happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Ah, for the love of it. Mr. Weasley. All right, hopefully it gives me the option to just come clean.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Hey, that was awesome. Seriously, what was that about?
Interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Yes, it was, because I took responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise, fewer explosions.
A portrait in our common room wants to talk to you. It's Eldritch Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic, I think.
Really? Okay, so can I just come back here and brew anytime? So, Horklump juice and Dittany leaves. Okay. Cool. Oh, so I guess I do need to just buy the recipes for them? Or maybe I'll learn them in class later. Okay. Alright, I think I'll head back to the common room. Call it a day. Ah, home sweet home. She did a portrait wanted to talk to me? Ah, Professor Diggory.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldritch Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura recruitment program at your service.
Whoa,
I
cool.
believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
Absolutely. Murder, you say? Sounds intriguing.
This could be right up my street. Even we Hufflepuffs enjoy a good mystery.
Glad to hear you are up to the challenge. Plus, I believe you'll benefit from this undertaking. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
How would these pages help her?
How could a few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great niece can tell you more.
Okay. Can you tell me more about Helen?
Can you tell me more about your great niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
When were you minister?
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Didn't have the chance to do all that I could. I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was cut short by dragon pox. Oof. I was sneezing sparks to the bitter end.
Tragic. All right, sounds good.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there soon, I hope.
Excellent. Well, I think we're going to call it an episode here. We got quite a bit done. We went and visited Natty, helped research her, discover the tasks of Merlin, so we got some more side quest stuff to do. And yeah, we went to Potions. We met yet another Weasley. They're just... they're very prolific, those Weasleys. Anyway, thank you guys again so much for enjoying this content with me. If you did have a good time, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. I really want to see this channel grow so we can just keep sharing this amazing content with everybody. So thank you again. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next one.